Good afternoon, it's Miss Fontaine. We're going to do a lesson similar to yesterday. Also, go back to yesterday's Google Doc and see if I commented on your work and see if you need to change anything. But this will be our lesson for today. As you can see, the aim here, copy these things first in your notebook. And I'm going to read the aim to you. Can we translate verbal expressions into equations and inequalities? So that's what we'll be working on today. We did some practice with this, but we're going to get more into it, and I have some definitions here. So an equation says that two things are equal. So I like to think of the equation equal. It will have an equal sign like this. 7 plus 2 equals 10. So that's an equation. Could be also 7 plus x equals 10. There could be variables in that equation. Then an inequality compares two values, showing if one is less than, greater than, or simply not equal to another value. So again, that's these signs: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and this sign. So that means that A is not equal to B, so like 3 does not equal 4, right? Because it doesn't equal 4. That's why it's called an inequality. They're unequal. Then we have A is less than B, and A is greater than B. So those are some examples. So on the Google Doc over here, I added a part where you can copy and paste the symbols when you're typing. So that's how you'll complete the Google Doc. So now we're going to translate these words into equations or inequalities. So first we're going to identify if they're an equation or an inequality. Then we'll make a math sentence. So I'll do these two with you, and then you're going to do these two on your own. I'm going to help you a little bit, but you'll be doing them mostly on your own. So the first one says the sum. So, I always like to annotate the sum of 2 and a number, so we don't know what the number is at least 16. So that's a key word that tells us that it's going to be an inequality, because it's at least 16. And I like to draw the sign that the less part is pointing at the 16. So the point of the inequality is pointing at the 16 because it's at least 16. So now I'm going to move these symbols over here, and I'm going to arrange them into a math sentence. So it says the sum of 2 and a number. So it doesn't matter because this is addition. So it doesn't matter what order I put them in. But with subtraction and division, it does matter what order you put them in. So this would be the math sentence. So the sum of 2 and a number, so 2 plus a number, is at least 16. So this sign says it's at least 16 because it's pointing, like we talked about. If we look at it like a mouth eating, it's going to eat the more, whichever side is more. So 2 plus x has to be 16 or more. So it's a little confusing with that, but I think you're getting the hang of it. So now the next question says the difference of a number and 17 is more than 33. So this is the key word, more than. That means it's inequality. Well, gave you the answer for that. And you're going to have to write the math sentence. So the difference of x and a number, so it does matter what order you put them in. And this is more than, it's not more than or equal to, it's just more than. So you can fill that in here, fill in this section, and then put the math sentence here. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one with you. So if 4 times a number, so whenever I hear that, I know that 4 is going to be attached to the variable a number, is decreased by 5, the result is 31. So the result means there's only one result. So in inequality there can be many results, right? Because it could be anything greater than or equal to 16. But with an equation, it can only be one result. So this is an equation. So now this problem was nice because it's kind of already in order. So 4x minus minus 5 equals 31. That's the math sentence for that one. And now the last one, I'm going to try the sum of 3 times a number. So just like above, we know that means 3x, and 20 is, so there's only one result of this, 11. So you have to see how you can arrange these characters into a math sentence and whether it's an equation or an inequality. So these are a little tough. Of course, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it for whatever amount of time you need. So Wonka bar costs $1.50 each. You have $18 to spend. So that's the most, that's all, the most you can spend. So you're going to spend $18. So how many Wonka bars can you buy? We don't know. So each Wonka bar you buy is $1.50. So you're going to times each Wonka bar you buy by $1.50, and you're going to spend that much, $18. Just like if you were to buy folders and staples, and they're 50 cents each, and you have $18 to spend on folders, you're going to multiply 50 cents by however many folders you buy to get $18. So whenever we see a variable attached like this, that means it's multiplying, and we have to do the inverse to solve. So we're going to divide each side by 150 to get the W by itself. And you're going to put that in the calculator to make sure, and W equals 12. So you can buy 12 Wonka bars. So number 2 you're going to do on your own, but I'm going to help you set it up. So in 13 years from now, Josue will be 24 years old. So we don't know how old Josue is now. How old is he now? So in 13 years in the future, so we're moving forward into the future, he's going to be 24. So how old is he now? So he will be gives you the equal. So you can keep this together. This is going to be one term, and it's going to be at the end, right? So how can you arrange these into a math sentence and solve it? Okay, so do that on your own. And now here we're doing inequality. I'm going to do the first one with you. Your baseball team's goal is to collect at least 160 blankets. So I'm going to say at least 160 blankets. So whatever you collect, whatever is going to be on this side, has to be greater than or equal to 160 blankets. The team members bought 42 blankets on Monday and 65 blankets on Wednesday. So write a system of inequality to find out how many blankets the team must donate on Friday to make or exceed their goal. So 42 plus 65 is what they have so far. And then whatever they are able to get on Friday, in addition to whatever they can get on Friday, they need that to be greater than or equal to 160. Okay? So 42 plus 65, you know I always need my calculator to make sure. $107. So this is being added. So we're going to do the inverse and subtract. Oh, no. This is Friday. So 107 is positive, so we're going to subtract 107 from each side. And we're going to get that F is greater than or equal to 53. So on Friday, they have to get at least 53. They need to get 53 or more blankets. Okay? So number 2, your brother has $2,000 for a vacation. His airplane ticket is, he already spent $637. So we have to find out how much he can spend, how much more, so B for brother, he can spend. So he can't spend more than $2,000. So $2,000 is the most it can be. So that means that $2,000, the greater than sign is going to face them. So then 163 and whatever else he spends is going to have to be less than or equal to 2,000. So arrange that and solve it and find out what it's going to say B is less than or equal to blank. Okay?